How do you use that effectively? I was trying to use that. I think I mean,
Please,
correct me if I'm wrong. So you got someone in the air combo, and then you link to the hyper. You have to the opponent really has to be really close, right?
You can set it up. You can actually. So like people remember that super from various games. In Tatsunoko versus Capcom, you couldn't actually combo into that super. You can combo into it now, but it's not your best choice in the air.
Right.
It's pretty slow. So it
is slow.
You can set it up so it will combo, but it's trickier. So one thing you can do with it is dual hyper combos. So you bring Dante out or whatever, you're gunning them down. You can cancel into Morgans. The other thing is it also lasts a lot longer, so you get people in hit stun from that. So you can fire it out, and even if they're blocking it, you're free to move around while they're still blocking missiles.
Okay.
So you're free to dash around, try and get to the other side. It can be really tricky with that thing. So it's a good option on the ground. Also, if you're just looking to do like a basic ground chain into super, she also has sort of like an earthquake style super where shadow blades spring up from the ground.
Exactly.
So that's a better combo option on the ground. If you've got the 3 levels in the air, go for that in the air. Otherwise, you can actually set up the missiles, but it's just trickier. So maybe not worth your time. There's other combo possibilities.
I've been watching a lot of people play during these 3 days, and you can see high level play already. One thing that I've been noticing is people are starting to get the use of the X Factor.
Yeah. And that's something we're actually still very much in the process of balancing. That's a scary new feature that basically, you mash all the attack buttons and all 4 of those guys, and you'll be able to basically cancel anything you're doing, from a super to a normal to whatever. So we're trying to determine, like, can every character do that? Can you do it once per round? Can every character do it once per round? How big should the damage burst be? Should there even be a damage bonus for doing it? Because there is right now, and it's pretty significant.
Yep.
Right now, I believe it's 40% damage boost, which is pretty massive.
That is a lot.
At some builds, it's 20%. Other builds with no damage burst or no damage boost at all for using it. So that's another tricky one to balance. But it really, talk about a free engine or a free system, and it makes it even freer. So another feature in general. So the reason I find X Factor so interesting is it makes a bunch of unsafe moves potentially safe.
Yes.
So just because you see somebody do it doesn't mean you can instantly own them for doing it. But in general, in Marvel 3, stuff that was not safe in Marvel 2 tends to be a much faster recovery. So like Doom, if you just fire off like a projectile, like a blast on the ground, it used to be not totally unsafe, but basically a little bit risky in Marvel 2. Now it's almost totally safe, and that's in general. Like body attacks, Wolverines, Berserker Claw, all that stuff is almost totally safe on block. So you're not risking as much. You're much more free to go on the offense and find creative ways, because that was a problem for a lot of the characters in Marvel 2, as they had a lot of interesting moves, but they weren't. It was very difficult to set them up in a way that wasn't just going to get you killed for doing it.
Right.
So now in Marvel 3, it's you have much more opportunities to just do those special moves and not worry about if the guy's going to block or not. Maybe you're going to lose position. There's other things to think about, but it's basically more fun, and it makes characters that had a hard time in Marvel 2 because of unsafe specials a lot more viable.
Okay. No. That's what I like seeing about the X Factor. It's a way to kind of even extend combos out, right?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
You start a ground combo, you do a special, even hyper, cancel it out, and then you can do another string right away. It looks really impressive.
Yeah, it's it's similar to like a burst kind of mechanic in Guilty Gear, with some slightly different possibilities. But that's what I like, because it makes it more free. So as you said, I was talking about it to make moves safe.